There isn't much information available on the effects of juicing. Some aren't even sure what juicing is. As you follow me on this 7-day juicing challenge, you'll learn how it affects my body, moods, and energy.
You take fruit, vegetables, you put it in a blender, and you squeeze out all the juice, and that's your meal for the day.
Taking fruits and vegetables and putting them in a juicer, and then consuming the juice that comes out. Whether it be, you can do like a full fast, or that's all you're going to do, or you can do a moderate fast, which is maybe in the morning or in the evening, the afternoon. It just depends on the person and what their wants and their needs are.
I've decided to juice for 7 days and see what happens. I've always suffered a little from high blood pressure, so I'm really just looking forward to seeing how that affects my blood pressure. As I was walking down the produce section of the grocery store, I actually started to pay closer attention to all the different fruits and vegetables. I saw many colors and shapes and types. I did wonder which of these vegetables and fruits would give the most juice. I also noticed that they were actually not that expensive. It was exciting. I was excited. I thought the process of juicing was as easy as just putting the vegetables and fruits into the juicing machine and then you would get your juice. It would only take a few minutes, right? Well, it's actually a little bit more complicated. With the kind of juicer that I had to prepare the veggies and fruits to get ready to juice. This meant cutting them into smaller pieces, peeling some of them, removing stems and seeds from others. I would put all the prepared food into a bowl, then I would put all these veggies and fruits through the juicer. I would collect the juice and start filling the pitcher. A full pitcher was enough for a day's worth of juice. It's about 1 p.m. and this is my 4th juice of the day. So far so good, though I will admit I'm a little bit hungry, but I've been drinking a lot of water. I have also gone to the ladies' room quite a few times, which I'm thinking it's a good thing because it's as if my body is flushing all the bad stuff out. I'm looking forward to going with my family tonight to the park, so hopefully that'll make my day go by faster. If someone were to drink juice for 7 days straight, do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's actually a bad thing.
Why would you say it's bad?
Because when you're juicing, you're only getting like vegetables and fruit, and I think your body's missing all the other nutrients that it needs to like be healthy and active, and the energy that you need.
And would you consider juicing?
No,
not at all.
Not at all. I like food.
Good morning, it's about 10 a.m. and here I am at work. This is my second day of juicing. How do I feel so far? I think yesterday evening I started having like a headache towards the end, and I was of course hungry. You can ask my husband, I was also having mood swings. This morning I'm not as hungry, but I do still have the headache. I think yesterday's juice had too many vegetables, so it wasn't as sweet. So I made sure that for today's juice has more fruits and it'll be sweet. Hopefully that'll get me through the day. We'll see what happens. Then how about in general, for anyone who wants to start juicing, what would your advice be for them?
My advice would be to start slow. It's not going to happen where you do juicing for the rest of your life, 24 hours a day. What you want to do is start slow and don't do it alone. Find someone that is ready to change or needs to change, and do it together. Do your research, read, watch documentaries, watch videos on YouTube, see how it's helped others. Change it up, find different recipes, and just do what works for you.
Do you think there should be a certain time frame for someone to juice? Should it be like a day long or longer than that? Is there a certain time frame for that?
My suggestion would be to try to implement it every day. You know, not necessarily do your whole day of juicing where you eat, that's all you eat or drink. But my suggestion would be to try to have a juice at least once a day, and then maybe do it every other day. Do what you can with it.
Saturday morning, everybody having a good breakfast.
Yeah.
And I am having my imitation V8 juice. I am craving stuff. This is my third day of juicing. I feel a little tired, maybe a small headache. I don't think I'm hungry, but I am craving a lot of things. For breakfast this morning, I saw how my family was having all these delicious things. Even for lunch, I was tempted to eat what I was giving my son, but I've been resisting. It's been raining all day. We'll see what tonight holds. We visited my sister for dinner, and I was so tempted to eat a burger. There was so much food, and it would have been easy to just have a bite, but I read what the bag said: willpower. Dale un besito a Rodrigo, Rinaldi. A ver, enséñame la dona. A ver la dona que estás comiendo, Rinaldi. ¿Está rica? Later that day, we went to a pumpkin patch near our home. It was great taking the kids out and getting some great pictures. It's sort of become a family tradition. Y ahora tómate otra foto. Dile a Rodrigo que vea papi. Rodrigo.
Here she comes. The tough mama.
Hey, how's it going? Today's Sunday, my 4th day of juicing. I felt more energy today, enough to go do a little run. The weather's perfect. I'm still having some cravings, but I think little by little I'm getting more and more willpower. I highly recommend it for at least 3 days.
All right. Good job.
Have you ever heard of juicing?
Yes, I have. I actually have a lot of patients and customers that ask me about juicing and the benefits and the disadvantages.
Perfect. Can you name some of the benefits of juicing?
So one of the benefits of juicing is that it's one way that you can get your daily recommendations for fruits and vegetables in a day. I know that with a lot of customers and patients, I share that it's one great way to sneak in vegetables. We don't get enough vegetables for the most part when it comes to the average American diet. So that's one really great way that you can really get some of those essential nutrients in your and vitamins that your body needs to be able to boost your health positively.
Yeah. How about some disadvantages, would you say?
Yeah, so one of the concerns, or I think that disadvantages of juicing, is that sometimes the way that you juice sometimes strips off some of the nutrients and vitamins that your body needs, and one of them is fiber. So a lot of times when patients or customers ask me about juicing, I usually say that just to make sure that that pulp or whatever, vegetable or fruit that you're using, that you are ingesting still back some of that pulp, right? So whether it's juicing an apple, right, that you want to make sure that you include some of that peel into your juicing because you're stripping that fiber, which can be essential as far as, controlling blood sugar and even reducing cholesterol, so there's a lot of key nutrients that are essential through that process. So that would be my only concern.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you're aware, but I'm on this 7-day juicing journey. It's kind of like something I'm doing. And what would your advice be for me?
One tip would be that if you are including juicing, like I mentioned, just making sure that you are getting some of that fiber. But additionally, right, when juicing, it's really important that you're still incorporating, as a dietitian, we incorporate a lot the My Plate, making sure that you're still getting some of that protein, that you're still getting some of that rich, complex carbohydrates in your diet, and then like low-fat dairy, right, in order to meet all of the recommendations as far as your nutritional guidelines, right, because all of those essentially are important as far as overall health. So that would be my only tip as far as when juicing goes.
Perfect. And any additional comments or advice you might want to give?
Juicing can be a good addition to your overall diet, and I think that it potentially has some health benefits.
Perfect. Thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
Today is my 5th day of juicing. It's my lunch hour and I'm on my way to the store to buy more vegetables and fruits. How do I feel? I feel great. I feel I have a lot of energy. I don't have headaches anymore, and the cravings are still there, but not as bad as the first few days. Yesterday I experimented making today's juice, and it wasn't the greatest ideas. I used a lot of leftover veggies, and I think I added a grapefruit, but it tasted terrible. I don't have a choice anymore. I have to drink today's juice, but I'll make sure that for tomorrow the juice has more fruits and it can be a little bit sweeter. We'll see how that goes. Day 5 was a Monday and the start of a new week. It presented a whole lot of temptations for me. It started off with an office celebration of a co-worker's birthday. There was cake and cookies for everyone at 3 p.m. I found it best to leave the area after only a few minutes to stay true to my cause. Today is my 6th day of juicing and I feel great. I'm loving today's juice, which had a lot of flavor of strawberry. I feel like I have a lot of energy and feel like I can do a lot. I decided to spend my lunch hour here at the park.
I think it's a good thing because sometimes our body is filled with toxins, or it's filled with junk that we don't really need in our body, and the juices help to extract all of the excess things that we don't need.
Excellent. Would you consider juicing?
Actually, I would consider juicing. It's just that right now I'm actually thinking of doing it little by little since it's an amount that I have to get used to. But I am really considered into juicing. It sounds like a really good way to keep my vitamins and minerals inside the body.
Today's my 7th and last day of juicing. I'm super excited for the results tomorrow. I feel very energetic this morning. The day went by real quick. I'm about to walk into a restaurant to meet my husband for our Wednesday lunch dates. You know what I'll be having.
While I appreciate my wife Perla juicing, and I respect her for that, I can't say no to some grilled fish tacos.
And I can't say no to this green juice.
And how can you say no to some pumpkin Tazuki dessert? 2 spoons, we just need 1.
Just my luck that today, my last day of juicing, we celebrated another co-worker's birthday. This time around it was easier to stay while everyone had cake and I enjoyed my juice. This is my last juice of this 7-day journey. I'm excited to see the results tomorrow. Salud! So Dr. Martinez, what do you think about juicing in general?
Juicing, I think it's a good way to lose weight if you're really determined on losing weight. But we do recommend losing weight at a lower pace. When you're losing weight at such a fast rate, you can end up with other problems. One of the things that we commonly see is problems with gallstones when you're losing weight fast.
Oh my God, I guess I'm gonna have to be checking out that.
Looking at your labs from before and the labs from now, after the juicing, there was a mild improvement in your bad cholesterol. Your good cholesterol didn't really change much. And also there was after juicing, there was an increase in uric acid, which is coming from the tissue breakdown that happened while you were on that fasting with the juicing.
Okay.
Otherwise, your labs were pretty normal.
So what was my own personal experience with juicing? I was really happy with the results. I saw an improvement with my blood pressure and I had weight loss. I also liked that I was getting my recommended servings of vegetables and fruits, and I just felt very energetic and I felt wonderful. Some of the negatives I would say would be that at the beginning I had headaches and it was very difficult at the beginning, but my willpower grew as I went. Also the actual doing the juice, making the juice was a bit difficult and very time consuming. And then of course I didn't like that I was getting rid of all the pulp, all the fiber of the juice. Would I do it again? Probably not, but what I would like to do is integrate a juice either as a snack in my diet or replace it just for one meal in the day. And this was my experience with 7-day juicing. I hope you enjoyed the movie and I hope it motivated you to do something about your health.